Jorge Masvidal, if you're watching this, let me ask you a question. You had no beef with Leon Edwards, but you gave him a 3-piece and a soda. What is you gonna do to Ben.Askren? I'm gonna go change my shirt. Y'all gonna go watch that intro, and we're gonna get into this. What is up, YouTube? And y'all don't know, I really get excited about these fights, man. Okay, so now we're talking about Ben.Askren versus Jorge Masvidal. Now, who do I think is gonna win this fight? That's always the question, right? That's always the main question. This fight it got a lot of bad blood in it. I'm gonna be real. This fight has a lot of bad blood in it because we know Ben.Askren and Jorge Masvidal, they don't like each other. They don't get along, and that makes the best fights. And the fact that this fight is third, I mean, like, what? Then after that, we got Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm. Then John Jones versus Thiago Santos. Man, come on, yo. Take my money now, right? That's all I'm saying. Alright. As you know, we gotta break it down. So, when we talking about Ben.Askren, do Ben.Askren have any type of hands? No.
Boom, roasted.
He doesn't. And if you don't believe me, watch Robbie Lawler tear the guy's head off. Okay, watch Robbie Lawler beat the death out of him. Watch Robbie Lawler almost kill this man. I almost didn't even know who Ben.Askren was. That's how bad Robbie Lawler beat him. He just picked him up, slammed him on his head. The fight was almost over, man. But one thing that you gotta know, Ben.Askren has a chin, man. Cause if you could take that from Robbie Lawler, you could take a beating from anybody. Robbie Lawler hits like a truck. Everybody knows that. The whole welterweight division knows that. And Jorge Masvidal, 3-piece and a soda. We talking about this guy? He has all the hands. So Ben.Askren, what will you do? What will you do to solve that problem? Is you gonna go in just like you did with Robbie Lawler? Is you gonna go in, shoot for the legs soon as you get in the ring? Do you think that would be a great outcome? I don't think. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't think. I don't think that the first takedown. I don't know if the first takedown will work. If that happens, I think it will be the same story with Robbie Lawler and Ben.Askren. If he goes straight for that takedown, it could get ugly fast. But one thing that I will say, I think he gonna eventually get that takedown. He gonna eventually get it, just like how he did with Robbie Lawler. If he gets that fight to the ground, it's done. If he gets that fight to the ground, it's done. I don't see Jorge Masvidal coming out of that. I do not see him coming out of that. And knowing Jorge Masvidal, if he has beef with somebody, I feel like his head is not gonna be that clear. I mean, it might, you know, you'll see fighters, they know how to control their emotions, but you know, like when you fighting somebody that you don't like, emotions get into it, man. So the same way with Khabib versus Conor, I feel like people gonna hate me for this, man, but I feel like Conor's head wasn't clear. You know, you can tell his head wasn't all the way there. You know, he looked slow, he looked sluggish. Some people might say it's because of the proper 12, whiskey drinking. I get all that. But I don't know, man. Maybe they just really hated each other. And when you look at Jorge Masvidal and Ben.Askren, they do not like each other at all. So this will be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight for the fans. I really don't think this fight would disappoint anybody. Now, Jorge Masvidal, how will he win this fight? Well, one, don't go to the ground. If Jorge Masvidal doesn't go to the ground, if he gives him that 3-piece with the soda, we will see an incredible butt whooping. because Ben Askren doesn't have any type of hands. You know how when like somebody, I don't know if y'all have done this before, like somebody literally dropped the controller and you just started punching them, because dude has no type of defenses. If you look at his videos, if you look at Ben Askren old fights, if he doesn't get that takedown, dude's like a fish out of water. There's nothing he can do. You might say he's a one-trick pony, man, but that trick works. I mean, Khabib, he used that trick for a long time. Everybody knows that Khabib's gonna take you to the ground, but somehow they can't stop it, you know? Everybody knows that's gonna happen, but what happens? Going straight to the ground and getting mauled. Now, what do I think about Khabib versus Dustin? I will get to that in another video. I can't give y'all everything at one time, you know. I can't do that. Now, so if he doesn't get him to the ground, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be looking really bad. It's gonna be a bad mixed match. If you saw Till versus Masvidal, Till was looking good. Till was looking good, but man, when dude got that timing right, okay? When dude got that timing right. Till had the first round, you know, it looked like it was gonna be a short fight. But when Masvidal started cooking, when he got that 3-piece, he put it on that soda, man. Then he went over there and beat up Leon Edwards in the backstage, man. That was amazing. I love that whole thing. If I had my reaction for it, if I had my reaction for that fight, y'all would have loved it, because I was going full, man. That's the main reason I freaking love UFC, man, because the stuff that happens, it's like you can't predict that stuff, man. It's like every fight is another story, man. It's like another chapter in the book. You just gotta know that stuff, man. So I'm just so excited for this fight, and it's just a great fan fight. Now, who am I going for? Cause I already told you, if Ben Askren gets him on the ground, game over. If Ben Askren can't get him on the ground, game over. Jorge Masvidal is gonna win. Now, who do I think is gonna win this fight? Give me a second. I'm gonna say Jorge Masvidal. Now, I'm gonna tell you why. One reason why I think Jorge Masvidal is gonna win this fight, because the man is a veteran, okay? The man is a veteran. Now, if he goes to the ground, it can get bad for him. But just because he is a veteran, he has been down there, he still has somewhat of a chance. Now, if Ben Askren cannot take this man down, what can he do to him? What? There's nothing he can do to him. He has no type of hands. If he comes out and he's just like a elite boxer and he just start piecing up Jorge Masvidal, man, I might lose my mind. If this dude comes out with like Connor's type stuff and just throws out kicks, and I might lose my mind. But he's not going to do that, okay? This dude is a complete wrestler. He fights everything like this is a wrestling match all the time. That's what he does. So, do I think he's going to do the same thing? Yes. He is a one-trick pony. And that's why most people have been saying, I don't think he's going to do good in the UFC, because he isn't balanced. But he's really great at one thing. That's why most people want to see Khabib versus Ben Askren, because they do the same thing. So we want to see, hey, who's better? Who's better at doing this? And I don't know. I might lean with Khabib because Khabib has some kind of striking. But I don't know. I don't know who's going to win that fight. I mean, who knows? Who knows, man? That's the thing about UFC. Who the freak knows? I don't know. I'm just over here giving y'all my knowledge from what I know. Okay? You guys can make your own predictions. But from what I know, I'm just giving y'all my smart, analytical prediction. So, I think Jorge Masvidal has this fight. I think he got it in the bag. Now, let's see. What round do I think he's gonna win? Well, I want to say round 1. If not round 1, it will be round 2. Because if it goes to round 3, I think it leans more to ben.askren, because dude would be tired from defending all them takedowns. But round 1 or round 2, it'll have to be a knockout. It has to be a knockout, or a knockout or a TKO. Because if he shoots in, he could probably uppercut him. If he shoots in, he could probably give him a knee. A lot of things can happen, you know. If that's the thing about wrestling. If you get hit while you're trying to go for a takedown, man. I don't know if y'all played UFC 3, but yeah, you can get beat up pretty badly. So the grappler versus striker, usually the grappler wins, but that's because the grappler has some kind of striking, you know. So it's kind of unpredictable when they actually go in for the takedown. If you don't have any type of striking and you just go in for takedowns, you have to depend on that takedown. You have to get that. Your takedown should be 100%, because there's no way, you know. Think about what would have happened if he did not take down Robbie Lawler. If he did not take down Robbie Lawler, we would not be talking about him. He might not even be in the UFC no more. He might got cut. I don't think he would have got cut. Let me take that back. I don't think he would have got cut. He would at least got like 2 or 3 more chances. But still, man, it would have been very, very bad. It would have been very hard to come back from a loss like that. So, luckily, well, I don't want to say luckily, but he got it, you know. So, this fight is really part 2 of saying, can you really be in the UFC? Was that last fight a fluke? Was Robbie actually out? Was that choke actually legit? Who knows, man? So we gotta see this fight. I'm really amped about it, and I hope you guys are too. That's my time, man. I really enjoy making these videos for you, and I hope you guys have a great day. And as always, keep liking the video, stay tuned, and stay subscribed for more updates. And you guys, I'm out.